Hello, welcome to Chicken Happy Hour at Cedar Woods Farm. Carl and I hope that you are well and that you've had a great weekend. Just ripped my hair out. So this is the second take, which I'm kind of disappointed about because the first take I had one of the baby pigeons and she sat here with me for the longest time and then just hopped on the back of the chair. So it would have been a really good video, but the sound was wonky. You could barely hear it. So we will do another one soon because National Bourbon Heritage Month is about to end, believe it or not. So we're going to do a bourbon drink today, of course, which I'm super excited about. Mostly because this will be my second one because I just had one in the video we just did. And then we're going to do, before October gets here, which is like in 3 days, we're going to do a pumpkin old fashioned. So that'll be another bourbon drink for us. I don't know if you can tell, but we are short some chickens today, and so I'll share that with you, what happened. I mean, it's nothing tragic, but I'll tell you what happened because it is a little different around here. It looks different, and it certainly is a lot less noisy. It was hard. It was a hard decision, but I think it's going to be for the better. So there is that. All right. For a Kentucky Mule, you need bourbon, and we are using 4 Roses today. I had the opportunity a couple of years ago to meet, and I just brought this up to show you, to meet the author of this book. He is the ambassador for 4 Roses, which is kind of cool. Al Young is his name. And so I know a little bit about 4 Roses bourbon. I can tell you it's distilled in Lawrenceburg, which is just literally a few miles from me. Speaking of distilleries, yesterday I went to Lexrow, which is in Bardstown, and that was a great experience. They have the most beautiful facility. You know, everybody was just so friendly, great tour, good bourbon, so can't say anything bad about that, Lexrow. And they have some pretty dang cool sweatshirts as well, which never hurts. All right, so besides the bourbon, you need ginger beer. I'm using Fever Tree, but any good ginger beer works. You need the juice of half a lime, about half an ounce, and you need mint, like a sprig of mint, which mine's already in there. Okay, and then you need some ice. I've still got some in my glass, but the rest of it has melted. Yeah, I wish you could have seen. So Stella is I've got 3 babies. Stella is the one that looks like just a pure white dove. And then the other 2 are the Saxon pigeons that have the feathers on their feet. So, but I've really bonded with Stella, the one, and she is beautiful too. Again, the next video I will bring Stella back out. It's a lot to wrangle chickens and pigeons and do a drink, so I didn't have it in me to do the whole thing again. And I'm trying to condense my videos a little bit. The last one was almost 40 minutes long. I think it was 36 minutes, so that's kind of long. So we'll see if we can shorten them a little bit. What you need is 2 ounces of bourbon. You need half an ounce, like I said, of lime juice. So here's the story with the Moscow Mule. We're doing a Kentucky Mule that has bourbon, but there's also Mexican Mule with tequila, and then the original is a Moscow Mule with vodka. So the origin story with this, which is a good story whether it's true or not, but it's 3 strangers at a bar. One of them owns Smirnoff vodka, and he was having a really hard time selling it in the U.S. because this was like early 40s, and people, for the most part, Americans, were drinking whiskey and beer. They weren't really into vodka yet. That hadn't happened. So he was, I guess, complaining about that. Well, then the owner of the bar where they were, it was a place called Cock and Bull, he had just invested in a line of ginger beer. And he was having a hard time. He and his bartender were trying to convince people that, oh, this is what you need. This is the mixer to end all mixers. It's just great. But people weren't buying it. Literally, they weren't buying it. There was also a woman who, okay, Carl, thanks for standing on my spoon. There was also a woman who was a Russian immigrant who had come over, and her dad owned this metal manufacturing company, I guess. And so she had come over with 2,000 solid copper mugs. Somehow, for some reason, I don't know, that would have been a big suitcase. But anyway, that's the story. And she could not get rid of them. So you can imagine, proverbial ding light bulb moment. They said, okay, we got all the ingredients here. Let's, the shtick is going to be, you've got to have copper to keep your ginger beer cold and frosty, and we'll market this as a Moscow Mule, and it'll be the next big thing. And lo and behold, it was. So, again, a good story. Don't know if it's true or not, but that is the story, and I read it in several different places. So there's that. All right, what have I not added? I can't stir this now because Carl stepped all over my spoon. Let's just give this a good whirl. So I've already tasted it and I know it's good. I'll pretend for you. Oh, did I add this? Why no? I kind of ruined that moment. So you want 4 to 6 ounces of your ginger beer. I was like, yeah, that tastes a little different. All right, now, and like I said, you want mint. Mine's already in there. You want a lime wheel. Yeah, honestly, I really love that. Ginger beer is something I just never think about, but when I do remember it and have it, I love it. I mean, I like it just on its own, but it's also a great mixer. Okay, so here's the story. Here's what happened. In the last video, I think I showed you where one of the doves, the girl that just looks like a plain white dove, was setting on 2 eggs, a nest. And I also explained that was not a good location for a nest because it was right under where the chickens roost. And sure enough, we came up one morning and the nest had been destroyed. The eggs had been mostly eaten, and here's poor mama dove like, whoa, what the heck. So because of that and just some other things, I mean, it wasn't a brand new idea. We had kind of talked about it for a while. we decided that it was time to rehome a few chickens. You've seen the space where we are. I mean, it's I guess bigger than most chicken coops, but still they've run all the grass to the ground. I mean, it's just dirt and gravel in here now, and I was becoming worried about disease and just space and keeping the place clean, and I don't know, just a lot of things. Noise, even eggs. I mean, as much as you know, I love fresh eggs. 12 to 15 a day is just, that's a lot of eggs. I can't eat that many eggs. And with coronavirus, I don't see anybody to give these eggs away. So again, it's just a lot of blah, 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 a lot of reasons. Well, luckily, we have neighbors who have a huge piece of land. They're into birds just like we are. They have chickens and ducks and geese and I think a turkey. So contacted them, and they let most of their things. The chickens, I know, they let free range, and so I knew that would be, you know, a happy situation for my guys who are kind of stuck in here with no grass. So contacted them. They, like I said, were just super nice about it. Came and got 12 of my chickens, and the cool thing is they are literally just across the valley here, like half a mile away. So I could go see them if I wanted to. But I think it'll be good. It's already much calmer up here. I think the birds that are still here will be happier just to have the space and the breathing room. And honestly, I think probably the ones that are in the new home will be happier as well, because they've got grass, they've got woods, they've got other chickens and animals. So it wasn't easy. It certainly wasn't a decision made hastily, but I think it's going to be good. So we've still got, you know, the pea chicks are still here, of course, the emus. We've got I think 5 standard chickens, and then all the littles, all the, you know, the crazy haired, I call them the hair band, they're still here, and all the pheasants and pigeons. So it's still a zoo, but I just think it'll be better. And going into winter, again, I was concerned about disease and just keeping the place clean. A chicken on average poops 50 times a day. So, and you know, most people I think don't know that or don't think about it. I didn't know that going into it. So you live and learn, right, Carl? Don't drink my drink. So anyway, there's that. I wanted to share that with you. And we're not going to walk around today. Like I said, in the next video, we will try the pigeon thing again, because it was super cute. It was just, the sound was wonky, so that one didn't work. But we will do it again probably tomorrow or Tuesday, and we're going to make a pumpkin old-fashioned. So we look forward to that. I strongly suggest you try a Kentucky Mule. This, I don't know, it's a perfect summertime, you know, warm weather drink, but there's something about the copper mug part of it that I think this is and maybe it's the ginger beer too. I think it's also a great autumn drink. So yeah, I really recommend this. I think that's it. Thank you for joining. Come back and see us. I'm going to have to get up to turn off the thing. So what are you going to do? Have a great week, and we'll see you again in a day or two for a pumpkin old-fashioned. Say bye, Carl.